Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life with Marion and Joe. If you're new here, we do a lot of seasonal decorating, cooking, and just stuff that we do. So please consider subscribing if you want to come along for the ride, and also a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Well, I guess you're wondering where I'm coming from, and I'm there. That's me. I've been touching so many pumpkins these past few days that I became a pumpkin. So I don't know what's going to happen when Marianne finds out, but what are you going to do? That's how life goes, I guess. Stay tuned today. We're going to be working in a room that's attached to the family room. I hope you caught it. I hope you caught my top of wall unit, the wall unit, the mantle and the hearth and the coffee table and the sofa table and stuff like that. And we're going to be working in the room that's attached to the family room, and that will be what we call the library. Okay, everybody, stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. All right, so today we are in the library, and I don't know if you saw this video, but actually, see, I had this stove at the beach house, and I brought it up here last year for Christmas for my Santa's office, which was in this room. This is the library, which is attached to the family room. And I liked it so much, I thought it was so cute. Plus, it gives off some heat because it gets cold, around here. So I built this shelving unit. These were old upper cabinets from the beach house before the renovation. And I took the doors off, and actually even this was a double cabinet right here. So I just enhanced it with the height, and then I made those faux bricks and everything, whatever. So that's what this is. Now, I have a lot of books in here right now, which I'm probably going to take out. But right now, I'm going to address the top of the unit first. All right. So I made an arrangement, and I have to finish it up here because I can't do it somewhere else. So let me go get that first. All right. So wicker basket to carry that theme into this room, and a piece of Christmas garland. This was kind of like a swag. It's a nice piece that I can stick things into. Two of the picks, the same leaves that I used on the wall unit in the family room, and I'm just manipulating them in there so they lay where I want them to. I made these like candy green apple color pumpkins last year because there's a lot of green in that room, and I wired them into the garland, and now I'm adding in that draped draped picks right there. All right, so I moved it into here now. Now this is, you're saying, well, okay, you have this in front of the television. Well, actually that's a monitor, so we don't really sit in here and watch TV. That's for something else. So, if I need to see that screen, I can simply just, move this away. So that's why I'm not doing a big garland here or anything like that. Just that's something that's easy. So I just need to finish that up. And notice I used the green in here because I painted out these shutters green, and I have hold on, I have the florals above it, which are also in the green family. So, but still with a touch of orange because remember, we're attached to the family room. All right, so I added in a couple of the white sunflowers to pick up on the white up there and what I stenciled in those shutters. And I also added in some leaves. These are picks right here with little pumpkins. I added in that touch of that limey kind of green because I just want more accenting green right here, as well as some pine cones. So there is that piece right there. I kind of like the way that came out. That's something different that, for me anyway, on a mantle. That was fun. Next up, I have these little lanterns that Marianne found. I think she actually found these in the ShopRite, and they were black, and I painted them white, and they're on timers. And I just put one of these, I know my bows are sad, but I have the Costco ribbon here, and also this Michael's ribbon from my grab bag haul, and I just put that together. And I am going to put this one here, this, all right? And then I have another one like this. I put the bow on the opposite side, and I'm going to put that there like that. I'm not really much of a bow kind of person, but you know what? We have this ribbon, so I'm using it. Okay, let me see. Something looks not even, right? Huh. I think that's it. Okay, let me see what I'm going to do next. I think, excuse me, I think I'm going to do this. I have this orange plate. It's just orange. And I'm going to put one on each side down here. Again, I think that orange plays off so great against the green shutter. So I'm going to put one on the other side too. All right, so I put the plate on each side and I just put a little pick here that I made myself, put a flower, a little pumpkin. Those are those clip-on pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, just to hide that, the metal holder for the plate is very distracting. I cleaned out all the shelves, and rather than have books here, I'm just going to have some decorative stuff, and it'll be ready for Christmas then. Remember, I'm trying to prepare a little bit for Christmas on my way going through fall. The only books I kept out were those right there because they have orange book covers on them. So let me see what I have, and I'm going to fill this in. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of that nice stuff like pheasants and those acorns, the ones that are decorative and so on. So I just made do with what I had like I always do. That's what it is. These are some copper a pail and another little, I don't know what you call that there that we had, and I thought that looked really great there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is something that is not so much fall, but it's something that I always do with every season, and that is change the curtains out. And I guess that's something just the way I was brought up, from my mother and my grandmother especially. We lived in a two-family house. She lived downstairs and we lived upstairs, and that was my job, to change her curtains all the time. She was always taking them down. She did it way more than 4 times. She did them a lot. And she liked the way I did them. And it was funny, and when I got older and I was busy with college and everything, sometimes, one of my uncles or something would come over and, they would want to hang the curtains for her. And she would never say no. She never would say no. She would make them do it, and then as soon as I got home, she would make me take them down again and redo them, because she liked the way I did them, because I did them the way she wanted them to be done. So it's something that we always do. And for the fall, we put up these brown ones, and then as soon as I start decorating for Christmas, these will come down and different ones will go up. So these are, I like them for fall, but I'm a brown kind of a person, so I like these, and they're not up that much, but we will make do with the time that they are up. So yeah, I know somebody's going to say, oh, you should have hung those rods all the way up against the ceiling. Yeah, well, I didn't, and I chose to do this. I put, you can't see it there, but let me lift it up a little bit. I did all this woodwork up on top of the windows because it reminded me of the house I grew up in, which had very elaborate woodwork around the windows, very large, and big baseboards and everything else like that. And so I chose to do that rather than hang the curtain rods up against the ceiling. It was my choice, and that's your choice too. So this works for us, and there you go. So let me move on now to the next part of this library room. There's an ottoman in there in front of the couch, and I am going to treat it as like a coffee table. So what I'm going to do is still incorporating that idea of the rustic and the wicker. I have this tray right here, which I'm going to use as the basis for this stuff. Remember, I have to do everything, it has to function. So if I have to remove it, it's easy just to move it like this. Whereas, when I, lay something out all over the place, I would actually have to take it apart. I learned my lesson a long time ago where I had the dining table, all decked out for a holiday. It was probably Christmas. And every time somebody came over, I had to take it apart. So that was the end of that one year. I said to myself, okay, there's got to be a better way to do this. And that is to make areas that need to function in a normal way. I need to be able to remove the stuff and put it back whenever that function is over. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I'm trying this out. I'm putting this dish towel here. I got this in the Dollar Zone a long time ago, and I actually made, if you go all the way back to my first video in 2015 for fall, I used these in varying colors as my napkins for my first ever tablescape that I did. And I look at that video once in a while. It was the first one. I didn't know what I was doing, but we all have to start someplace, right? Okay, so let me get what else I'm going to... Okay, so I used a couple of copper elements in that room. So this is funny. My sister-in-law Carol was on a walk one day, and she found this in somebody's garbage. So she picked it out, and she figured, oh, Joe can do something with this. So it was a little bit, that's the color of it. So what I did was I spray painted it copper. I went to Home Depot today and got hammered copper spray paint, and I did this. And I'm going to put this here. I'm going to start it out there anyway and see where I go from there. So I didn't do anything yet, but if it looked like it was a little bit too low. So I got this stand right here, and I'm not painting it because I like it black because I use it for other things. And I think I have to cut a little bit off of this foam. Fall is one of the easiest times to make arrangements because, it's not haphazard, but there's so many different elements that you can use. Like I'm using the cattails here and like little flowers and, a variety of things, some yellow Shasta daisy and stuff. It looks like fall. You know how the garden looks in the fall. So that's what you just have to create, recreating nature without being so picky. It doesn't have to be, so pristine. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe if you just stumbled on me. It's free, and give me a thumbs up. It helps with that algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great Labor Day weekend, because that's when I'll be posting this, and I'll be seeing you really soon with a little something I'm doing in the kitchen. Not going overboard, because our kitchen is a functioning kitchen, and I can't get in Mary Ann's way. Okay, everybody. Take care, and I'll be seeing you really soon. Bye-bye.